So today we're going to look at the difference between funnels versus websites. So everyone probably knows what a website is. So most business owners I speak to, most of my clients, they come to me and they tell me that they need a website. Mr. Allen Funnels. Essentially, a website is an asset for your business. Can be really, really good for delivering information, building a brand, especially if you're like a local business, maybe a restaurant, a cafe, maybe a local shop where you need to deliver information like a menu, something like that to your customers, have a booking system on there. A website can be really, really good for that. Also, if you're a really large business, you may need a website for things like building trust, showing off new products. If you're an e-commerce store, definitely you need a website. But a lot of people don't know what a funnel is. And I think a lot of people overcomplicate funnels. So that's obviously the shape of a funnel. And what we're going to do is we're going to put traffic into the top and squeeze leads, clients, sales out the bottom. So the main difference between a funnel and a website, so let's say that this is your website homepage. You maybe then have your about page, you might have contact us, you might have services, case studies, frequently asked questions, all on different pages, which is generally connected by a top menu, which you see on a lot of websites. It's the sort of classic way to do things. You have a menu at the top and you can click between the different pages. On each of these pages, you might have different buttons, different things that your customers are pressing. Essentially, what a funnel is similar concept. So you still have landing pages. So each one of these I would call a landing page. A funnel is a landing page, and a funnel is a page that you land on. So that's why we call them landing pages. So let's say in our funnel, so this is what a funnel is basically. So we have our landing page, and this might be a sales page. You can have different types of landing pages. This could be a sales page. This could be an opt-in page where you are collecting people's email addresses in exchange for like a lead magnet. They're the two main types that you'd see in most businesses. Generally, a sales page is a page that is designed to sell a product. Now, that product might be free. It might be a lead magnet. It might be a high ticket mentorship product, which you need to apply for. Essentially, most sales pages are going to be very similar in how they're designed and things like that. The key difference is going to be the next step. And the key difference in a funnel to a website is there's only going to be one next step that people can take. So let's say that this is an opt-in page. So it's a simple bit of text. Might look something like this. We have text, so that'll be a headline. Then we maybe have a sub-headline, and then we might have a button. And this button is going to be the exact same button all the way down the page. So if this is our entire landing page, that's it. If we have more sections below, this button is going to be the same on every single section. And this button is essentially going to take us from the first stage in the funnel to the next stage in the funnel. So if we have an opt-in page for this stage, maybe we then might have a calendar booking link. Maybe we have a sales page. There's different types of landing pages and different types of funnels, but I just want to go over the key concept of a funnel. So what's the point in using a funnel over a full-blown website? Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're a big business or if you're like a restaurant or something like that, then a website might be really valuable for you. However, if you are a service business selling high ticket, a local business, maybe you're a fitness coach, an online business like that, maybe you are a tradesperson selling high ticket, garage conversions, something like that. What we're going to have is, and I will go over the funnel, we're going to have our sales page here. So we're going to have all different sections in our sales page. So you have your main section, your hero section, we call this one. You might have the benefits of what you do, key problems your customers face. You might even have a little section about you and your business, your mission, and you maybe have like a call to action or frequently asked questions. If we only have one action for people to take, the benefit of that over a website is we're going to get a higher conversion rate, and we're going to be able to actually track. Say we send 100 people to this page, and then we want to send them to the next page, which might be a booking link to book in a call with us. Maybe out of those 100 people that land on this page, maybe 30 of them land on this booking link. And then we can also track. So if we make another page, which might be a thank you page. So after they've booked the link, maybe we have 5 people land on the thank you page. So this is really powerful because we can then see, between these two pages, we've got a 30% conversion, and then between these two pages, we have a 16% conversion rate. So we can actually track, if we know these numbers and we know like how many people are coming into the funnel, we can then start running ads. So, if we know that 30 people are booking a call with us, or 5 people out of 100 are booking a call with us, so that's a 5% rate. And then maybe out of those 5 people, we are closing 1, or these are not ideal numbers, but just as an example, we know that out of every 100 people we send to our landing page, we're closing 1 sale. So if we're spending, say, £100 to get 100 people to come to our landing page on Facebook ads or something like that, we know that if we was to spend £1,000, we would get 10 sales. So this is where a funnel is really, really powerful. And there's loads and loads of different types of funnels. You've got challenge funnels, you've got webinar funnels, you've got tripwire funnels, you've got just application funnels, which is something like this, where people are applying to book in a call with you. There's loads of different types. But if you are a local service-based business, or an online service-based business selling high-ticket products, a funnel is going to do so much better for you than a website. Just for an example, my client Max, he had a website for his business. I'm not sure the exact numbers that he got through the website, but I know he wasn't getting as many new business through the website as he wanted. So what we did, we created a sales page or an opt-in page. We then had a pop-up come up on this opt-in page. So out of there, we then had a calendar booking page like up here, and then we had a thank you page. So the exact same funnel I showed you up here. Now let me pull up the numbers that we got for Max and his funnel. So we launched this funnel about a week ago, and I think Max has done 3 posts on Facebook to drive traffic to this funnel. So into the funnel, we've had 178 people. The amount of people that have opted in, so gotten to this stage, is 34 people. And we've had 4 people booking a call. So you might be thinking, so that's 19% and then 10%. And out of these numbers, Max has had one sale from the 4 people who've booked in a call, and that has led to £4,000 for him, and that's from 3 social media posts. So you can imagine, now that we've got this funnel set up for Max, when we start running ads, if we are sending numbers more like 10,000 people into this funnel, this is going to multiply by however many that is, at least potentially 100 times. So this is just how powerful a funnel can be for your business. And when we implement a funnel into your business, obviously, very optimistic to be making 400 grand just by sending more traffic, but if we follow the numbers, that's what. But yeah, that's just a basic overview of the difference between a funnel and a website. I'm currently in the process of building I'm currently in the process of building a course which goes with my software. So you can use the exact same software that I use for all my clients. You can copy the exact same strategy that I've used that's helping my clients generate hundreds of thousands. We've literally launched this a week ago for Max, and he's made £4,000 back already. And we've got a few more leads in the pipeline and more coming in every single day. So if you want more information on that, make sure to drop me a follow on Instagram, DM me. I'm really excited about that. Or if you want to discuss how I can implement a funnel for your business, then click the first link in the description, because I can book in a call with you and we can have a look at doing that.